Well, let's discuss the first quality a good team member has. And it is that a good team member is always supportive to his team. This might appear a cliche or a very general quality, but listing it here is very important as many of us don't work on it. So, in my view, it is a very important quality and should be stated and discussed here in this course. A good team member always support their team in every possible way. A team works best when they are in sync with each other. It works even better when they work together and support each other and complement each other. Just take an example of a football team here. Even star players like Lionel Messi from Argentina or Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal or likewise, who are legendary names in the world of soccer, could have only attacked the opponent in the game fearlessly if they have comfort that their team has reliable and skilled midfielders and defenders at their back. So that if the attack goes wrong, the players supporting them at the back are skilled enough to defend the possible counter-attack of the opponent. If this is not the case, then such player would have always been shaky while unleashing their attack on the opponent. So once again, a team member works best when they are in sync with each other, and they work even better when they work together, support each other, and complement each other. Teamwork, in my view, is the most effective when everyone involved works together towards a common goal. And you, being a team leader, have to support your team in a way that it achieves its goals. And this can only be achieved if you understand your role and support the team in a bigger picture. The defenders in the football game, as in my previous example, they all should ensure that they understand their role in a bigger picture. Likewise, you should understand your role in the bigger picture at your workplace. The defenders must understand how they have to extend their support to their team so that they win matches. You have to do the same at your place of work. If you are an executive working in team at your office, or you're working on a project or performing any other particular role for your team, you have to understand the bigger picture and goals of your team and to find out what you can do for them in order to support them in the best possible way. What professional support you give and what you contribute in your team will determine your worth in that team. The more support you provide, the more valuable you are for your team. And the end result is that if you are being supportive, then that team will feel comfortable working with you. Quality of being supportive also have another dimension which you should be having an understanding of. Being supportive also means that whenever your team member asks for guidance or some sort of support, they must think you as a reliable person. They must be thinking you as the contact point. This trait is very much prevalent and must be displayed normally in team leaders. But if you are not the one, you are not exempted from this requirement. If you really want to become a great team member, you have to support your team in this manner as well. If your team thinks you as a supportive and comes out to you for guidance, feedback and help, it means that you are providing them with something valuable. And because of this, they would definitely think you as a very valuable person. Another problem in the corporate world. Now, this happens a lot. Many of us don't support their team members only because of a fear of what that team member might become. And because of that, they don't offer their help in fear and jealousy and see their colleagues as a threat that may take their job in the future. There might be some actual cases like these, but this fear in general is a very wrong reaction in my opinion. I have always tried to be as much supportive as possible to my team, and even the great management gurus of our time have always advised us to be supportive to the team members and help them out in the way that they learn, develop, and perform. If you help your team, you will be in a better position to influence them. This support also increases your respect, it creates trust, and promotes an environment of mutual support and collaboration. This one factor of support is the one that makes a team really a team. It really makes a team grow and creates a very open environment professionally. So, if you truly want to become a good team member, you can never become one if you are not supportive to your team members, who can be your seniors or your junior staff. Both of these needs support in some way or the other. Your seniors, for example, might need feedback on something. They might not have a certain information which you might be having. They may seek your direct help in, say, preparing a presentation, doing a research, or just grabbing a cup of coffee because your manager is really busy in his work. At this point of time, you have to think as a team member and not let your personal pride come in your way. You have to think about your team first and help your manager out. You have to think about your team first and help your manager out. Similarly, your juniors and especially newly hired team members are always in need of support from their team members. This is your opportunity to influence and impact them. Help them out in their issues and problems and guide them how to work. Never show arrogance to your juniors if they ask for help. Remember, the secret to success is giving. So give as much support to your team members as possible. So, as a proactive response to this point, I want you to do two things. First of all, just like football players, the attackers, the defenders I discussed earlier, I want you to first look at your role in a bigger picture. Understand what your role contributes in the bigger picture of your team goals. Fill out the worksheet A of this lecture. Write down your job description and what you do at your workplace. Think over what value you are contributing with what you are doing in your team. And secondly, I would want you to dedicate some time to your team members in which you discuss their work with you, and you should identify points in which you can help them out. If you cannot do this daily due to your work pressure, then at least once a week or twice a week would suffice. I read a really interesting quote which said, "We rise by lifting others." So help your colleagues out and don't let them down. It will make you grow. It improves relationships. It makes you appear supportive, and above all, if you are fond of helping others, this is one of the first signs of a great leader inside you. So, never stop helping and supporting your colleagues. You are bound to reap its fruit in the long run. Thank you.